So I brought 3 objects. I brought a t-shirt, I brought a water bottle, and I brought a cheeseburger. And we are going to make connections about one of these objects. Now, usually I just choose, and that's what I've done when I've done this talk, is I just bring one of these objects and I talk about it. But the other night I was doing this talk and I decided to let the audience choose, because when I'd had a few objects out the other day, somebody yelled out one of them they really wanted me to do, so I did it. And I said, okay, I'll let the audience choose. Well, on Tuesday night when I gave this talk, the audience was equally divided on the 3 things, and I don't want that to happen again. So I want you to think about which you'd like me to do, and I'm going to ask for you to raise your hands when I say each one, okay? And I'm just praying that I don't have to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo again. Okay, who wants a t-shirt? Okay, who wants the water bottle? Okay, more for the water bottle. Wait, keep your hands up. Okay, who wants a cheeseburger? Oh man, it's okay. I'm sorry we have to do this again. The t-shirt's out, I'm sorry. You know, this is a bad way to do it, because people are going to leave like they're going to leave disappointed. What? I know. It's not very Aikido-like, is it? My Aikido sensei's here, so. Okay, so cheeseburger. Water bottle. I think the water bottle. You know what, later, when I did this the other night, at the end somebody said, can you tell, at the very end of the last question, said, can you tell us about the cheeseburger? I'm like, okay, so everyone had to stay another 15 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about the Fiji water bottle. So the first question that we ask about any objects, and what we're going to do is an activity that we call true price when we do humane education activities. And this, by the way, is a free downloadable activity that you can find. If you don't remember details about it, you can find it on our website, which is humaneeducation.org, and we have all our literature out there. So a lot of this you'll be able to use in your own classes. So the first question we ask is this product a want or a need? And the reason we ask this isn't to imply that fulfilling our wants is a bad thing. It's just so that we have awareness about whether we are fulfilling a need or we are fulfilling a want. And when we have that awareness, it shifts how we might feel about what we're doing. So is this a want or a need? Is it a want? Does anybody think this is a need? Say more. Okay, we need water. We all agree that we need water. Is bottled water ever a need?
Yes.
Yes, when?
If you don't have clean tap water, then it's a need.
Okay, if you don't have clean tap water, if you're traveling to a country without clean water, if you have a power outage, right, and you have no access to water, there are times when bottled water could be absolutely perceived as a need. Most of the time, do we need this particular bottled water? Okay, so we're pretty much in agreement here. Are you in agreement as well? Okay. So we have that information. The next series of questions we ask about any object is, what are the effects of this object on ourselves as individual users of it, on other people who might be involved in the production or disposal or any other part of its availability, on other species, and on the environment, both positive and negative. So let's begin with ourselves. So as an individual consumer of this product, what might be the positive and negative effects of Fiji bottled water on you? Yes?
It's better to drink water than pop as a cold alternative.
Okay, so if you're going to have water and you're going to buy it in some container, this would be a healthy alternative than a soda pop. Okay? Another positive or negative on you? Yes? Okay, and so how could that affect you as a consumer of this water? Okay, so the cost goes up, and this is not free, right? Like tap water for most of us is free. but this is not free, so it's costly. And what about the plastic in terms of its effect on you?
There have been some, I believe, some studies saying that the plastic begins to break down and gets into your system, which can be harmful.
Right. So there have been a number of studies that the plastic does enter the water, particularly if this is heated, if it's reused, if it's played with too much, and so then there's plastic that gets into your body. So that could have a negative effect potentially on you. Anything else? Positive? Yes? Yeah? Okay, so that's going to get into the effects on the environment, but of course that can have a personal effect too. You know, if it is distressing to you, as it is to me, that we have an area the size of, what is it, Texas, that is just a swirling mass of plastic garbage, and you know, for some of us that's just personally distressing. So that can be a personal effect, but we will get into the environmental effects. Okay, let's move on. So what are the effects on other people from this product, positive and negative? Yes?
People do have jobs.
Yes, they do. Okay, so, 10 years ago, most of us did not drink bottled water, right? I mean, unless it was like the occasional Perrier in a fancy restaurant, we didn't have this product. And we all managed without it. None of us became terribly dehydrated by having tap water. But this has been this huge multi-billion-dollar industry that has put a lot of people to work. It's created a lot of jobs, so that's positive. What are some other effects, positive or negative? Yes?
If people who have those jobs are working in unsafe conditions, that's a negative effect.
Okay, so there may be people who are working in these bottling plants or overseas who are working in less than ideal situations. Maybe they have jobs that are better than no jobs, but they may still be miserable jobs, or there might be some health consequences for them. Anything else? Yes?
Someone's local water resources are being depleted.
Yes. Okay, so someone, in the case of this, whose local water? Fiji's. Okay, I have to just sort of tell you the story of how this bottle came into my possession. It's a little embarrassing, but oh well. I was hiking with my husband and used up my water, and I wanted to stop at a gas station and go into the convenience store and get some water. Now, I had a water bottle, so I could have gone into the gas station and used the restroom and just filled my water bottle up from the sink, but I didn't think of that. And so I went to the cooler and I saw a bunch of water bottles. This was quite a long time ago, and when I saw this bottle, it was the first time I'd seen it, and it was square. And it looked cool, and I really liked the way it looked, and so I picked it. And I got in my car, and I was driving, my husband was in the passenger, and he was looking at it. And he said, I can't believe you got this. I said, what do you mean? I mean, look at it, it's just water. And he said, this comes from Fiji. I said, no, it's just called Fiji water. It couldn't possibly come from Fiji. I mean, what a ridiculous thing, right? It's like, Zoe, this comes from Fiji. This is bottled in Fiji. So, of course, I realized I had to use it in humane education programs. I don't even know if I drank it. I mean, I was so horrified. I hope I drank it, because that would be so wasteful. But I don't remember. But it's really gotten a lot of action, because I bring it everywhere now. So yes. And it isn't just Fiji water that is depleting other people's water. Coca-Cola, which bottles all over the world, Coca-Cola is depleting wells and aquifers in India, and where people cannot get water. So they are losing their water sources, so Coca-Cola can be bottling a carbonated, caffeinated, sugar-infested soda that only a small portion of the population can actually afford to drink, depriving other people of water. So thank you.